Hello guys and welcome to this Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I am gonna talk about the Forge and the different kind of gear sets that is in the Forge. Now, the reason for this is that I think crafting in the Forge is kind of, well, it's very important to do right, because some of these sets are very limited, and therefore you want to really maximize what kind of stats that you get out of them. Now, I want to start with the Instinct set. Now, this is a kind of gear set that you will have gotten from the Forge Pass. If you paid it $20 or something, then you could get a lot of 5 to 6 star pieces. Now, if you didn't, then you could get some nice epic pieces. Now, I would mainly talk about the 5 to 6 star pieces on everything, or else it's too much to talk about. So, importantly, instinct gear, very limited, and this gear set here is the third best damage dealing set in the game, I think. Now, obviously, lethal gear is the best. It ignores 25% of enemy defense, same as Savage set, but it also gives an additional 10% crit rate. But it is there's less possibilities that this will be your best gear set, because you get probably less of this than Savage gear. But over time, you will get more lethal gear if you farm the Dark Fae, and I really recommend farming Dark Fae every time she's up, especially if you can get these legendary crafting materials and get 5 to 6 star. So let's start about how do I craft my instinct gear. Now, firstly, I only want to craft this if I have rarity charm and rank charm at my disposal, because it is so rare. I want to only get the best pieces out of this as I possibly can. This also goes the same for a lethal gear. Now, the other stats is going to be exactly the same, in my opinion, as well, because both of these gear sets, they work with attack damage dealers, HP damage dealers, and defense damage dealers. Like, it works with any kind of damage dealer that you have. So, of course, rank, rarity, that is the optimal. Of course, if you don't really care that much, then whatever, you don't need to use this, but I really recommend it, because you're gonna get, on average, maybe double the value, well, yeah, out of your gear here. Now, type charms. I wouldn't start with using this, actually, because, you know, the possibilities of getting a good weapon, helmet, and shield are a lot higher than getting a very good glove, chest, and boot. The reason for this is that on the bottom pieces, the main stats is very important, but while on these three, main stat cannot be changed. So you only need good substats, but here you need main stat and substat. Now, I would first start with getting a lot of gear, and then you will get probably some good weapons, helmets, and shields. And then maybe you're lucky and you get a really good crit damage glove, or a really good boot or chest plate, whatever. So if you then are missing something, one of these bottom pieces, then I would put in like a chest plate. You haven't gotten any good chest plates, then, well, pick up the chest plate and try to get some good chest plates. Now, the substats charms here. Since this is a damage set, and it can work for both attack, defense, and health, these three here, I wouldn't choose any of these, because you don't really want to force only one type. But you could use, what I would suggest is using the crit damage substat charm, because on your substats, you want crit damage, and the reason why I go crit damage over crit rate is, well, it's not really that much of a reason, actually. Crit rate substat is just as important as crit damage, so yeah, you can go crit rate and crit damage. Speed, this is more of a support kind of stat, and it's not necessarily that important, because if you get a good piece without speed, it is still usable, because your nukers does not necessarily need to be as fast as all the other champions. So crit rate, crit damage is what I would go for. Maybe crit rate actually, melee. So yeah, that is basically it. So I wouldn't go attack, defense or health, you know, any of these. And I would only use the type charms whenever I see what am I missing. Alright, let's go for both lethal and instinct. They both work on every kind of damage type. Fortitude, resistance, defense. Now this is a very niche set that I only get pieces from whenever I have to do a boss, and then I get a bunch of good pieces. Oh no, my camera again. Please, no. No. Please, camera. Are you gonna be helpful today? Oh shit. Alright. My camera is not happy. Well, hopefully that's fine. I'm not the main attraction here, so alright. Yeah. Okay, let me maybe I'm more in frame anyways. So yeah. Resistance and some defense. Now this is basically very similar to resistance gear. Oh yeah, I know what is the problem here. Maybe that's better, okay. So yeah, this is not really important, but if you want some resistance champion with some more defense, then yeah, I would farm this personally. And if you are gonna use substats on this, obviously you want, since it's a resistance, you want also resistance substats, so this is my main priority. I wouldn't use any rank or rarity on this. Guardian, now this one I've actually farmed a lot because this is very good. This is very useful in Arena, this is useful in dungeons, Doom Tower, Hydra, everywhere where you need survivability. They want to keep your more squishy champions healthier because you absorb 10% of the damage. Now, you could use, if you have a lot, you could use some rarity and rank charms for this, because you know, want better pieces for this. And what you really want is substats. The substats you really want are gonna be mainly health. That's your priority. So you want health substats. So I might go for this one. You could also go for defense, but health is overall better. Speed is nice, but it's probably tank champions and speed are more useful for a couple other things, so you don't want to waste these. Resistance, yes, that can be usable, but mainly you want to keep them alive, so I will use health. Now, same with this, if you're missing something, then go for the ones you're missing here. That's basically it. Really good piece here. Bloodthirst. I have never used this, probably never gonna use this, so I would not care at all about this. So yeah, I won't use anything. This is just a filler gear. If you get some good pieces, that is nice, then okay, use them. Like you could always get a good like offset piece. So, but I won't use any resources on this. Frostbite. Well, sorry. Alright, Frostbite. Now this is a very niche set, mostly a arena set that is used in higher platinum gold tier. What I want in this set is probably health, defense, resistance, things like that, so that you can put it on your tanky champions that will be hit a lot of times, so that don't want to be debuffed, you don't want to die because health, defense. So yeah, basically the similar things here. Yeah. But also, a little tip here, if you want boots with health main stat, then you don't want to choose substat charm health, because they don't fit together. And if you get a health boot, then basically there's no chance of your substat charm ever working. So a little tip there. That goes for everything if you really want something specific. Fatal gear. Okay, I've actually farmed and crafted a lot of this, because this is in a lot of the rotations, and I have used a bunch of rank and rarity charms for this, because this is also a really good two-piece set. This is basically just as good as crit damage set in terms of the number of sud stats that you get. 50% attack and 5% crit rate. Now, this is limited because it gives attacks, and therefore you can only get, well, use this on attack-based nukers mainly, or else you only get the 5% crit rate. But I have actually farmed and used a lot of this. I can show the gear, some of my gear later on. Untouchable, recently I farmed a bit of this because I wanted to use this on my Mithrala. But I found out that Stone Skin is just better than this. Why be immune for 2 turns when you can be unkillable, you know? And Thwart resistance is good, so yeah, this is a little bit of a niche set. Only use this and craft this is good if you want it a later tier. So yeah, also I forgot, this, similar to this, you can actually take the attack one. You can take the attack one because you're not going to use this on basically anything else. Untouchable, you could go for resistance, health, subset charms. I wouldn't use any rank or rarity unless you really want this. Alright, Affinity Breaker. I've never used this. I'm never going to use this. And that's basically it. This can be good on a allure in some of the Doom Tower stages where she's running Affinity and they want to keep Terminator down or something. But yeah, I wouldn't care about this one. Now we are up to the these pieces. First, let us talk about Deflection. Now, this is also a very niche set because yeah, it gives pretty good stats, health and defense, but in my opinion it's not that useful for most players. It gives you a 25% chance of deflecting 1 debuff on attacker, so this is not reliable in any kind of dungeon offense kind of team. I've seen people use this in Bummel, but then you need super high resistance or whatever. So yeah, it is good on some defense team in Arena, that's it. Well, mainly at least. So yeah, Swift Parry. Now this is a very rare set to get. You only get this a few times in some kind of events and stuff like that, clan versus clan. So you only get a very few pieces every week, or a month I should say. So I would recommend using rank Rarity Charm on this, and I would go, personally, I would go with speed subset charm on this, because this already have a inbuilt speed in it. So if you have a this Parry champion, personally I would also want speed on them. Yeah, you could also go with resistance if you want a kind of a reviver with this. Resistance, defense, health, stuff like that. Type charms, same deal as I said before. But I, yeah, really recommend using rank and rarity charms because these are so rare to get. Now, the 2 most common pieces to craft, because this is what you get from the faction wars. Let's start with the worst of them, that is Resilience. This is a 2-piece set that gives both health and defense. Overall, this is better than the life set and the defense set. But I don't really use this much, at least not as a 2-piece. This is a good piece, no, on you know, tanky champions, but it only gives a little bit of stats, and yeah. How I craft this is that I don't use anything special on this. I just craft everything I have, and that's it. If you really want some more tanky gear for some reason, then you could go with defense, health. Like, I have so many defense charms that I, you know, why not use this, right? Good synergy anyways. So yeah. Last one is Perception. Now this is a more of a different beast to craft. Now, for a long time I did use rank charms and rarity charms because I got a lot more rank rarity charms than there was scared to craft, kind of. And Perception gear is your bread and butter in this game because a lot of your champions is gonna use this set. Yeah, in the start I would actually recommend using rank and rarity charms on this. It boosts your chance of getting good gear pieces, and yeah, especially if you only get a few pieces because you don't farm faction wars that much. Yeah, so it's easier to get health, shield, weapon, and something like that. And personally, I find it hardest to get good gloves, personally. Boots, you want speed with subset accuracy. On chestplate, you want mainstat accuracy, subset speed. On gloves, you want both speed and accuracy substat. Mainstat doesn't really matter. So, personally, the substat things that I use for perception is a lot of accuracy, because that's just a natural combo you want. Speed, accuracy, and that's the main stats. So you could go with both accuracy and speed, because both of these are going to be very useful. Also, recently, I have started to use a bomb champion that also uses a lot of perception gear. But as you see, yeah, this is a bad example though, because some bombers you don't go crit on, so you want attack percentage gloves. So in perception set, you can actually keep attack percentage gloves with substat speed and accuracy. If you find that, keep it. This is gonna be real good on bomb champions. Personally, I like to build my bomb champions with some crit, because that makes them more, you know, usable everywhere and stuff like that. So yeah. Also, that is why also perception gear is also good with damage dealers. Especially like in clan boss, if you want a damage dealer that also have enough accuracy to land their debuffs, perception gear is great. The perception gear is amazing early game. Like if you're building your Kale, you would want perception gear most likely, because you want damage, but you also want enough accuracy to land your debuffs. So yeah, but mostly I would go with substat, accuracy, and speed, because everything else doesn't really matter that much. And going for one of these is just too niche, so I will go with speed and accuracy. And yeah, that is gonna be mostly this. Okay, now I can show some gear examples. I can show you what I keep from the different sets. Let's go to something we have. All the sets is gonna be lower down, right? Because they're near. Swift Parry. I have a lot of pieces here. I don't use a lot of Swift Parry, because this is mostly like a arena set and my pieces isn't amazing, so I kind of try to get a lot, but I'm hoarding a lot of this just in case it can be good. Like this one, very good, triple speed with attack main stat. So yeah, this used to be rarer than it is, so I don't need this modern pieces obviously, but I want to keep it just to complete sets and have possibilities. All right, deflection, barely have anything. Yeah, resilience I actually keep a lot because I've, you know, crafted so much of it, so a bunch of this gear is very good. Triple crit rate, damage, triple health, crit defense can be useful, double speed health, not perfect piece, but pretty good damage. You know, a lot of damage in these sets, I would say. So this can be used on health nukers and defense nukers, and also give them a lot of survivability and yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, I have really high quality requirement for this. Obviously, any triple speed, amazing in any piece, any set. Perception, I keep a lot more. Oh my god, look at this. Now the reason for that is that any champion in faction wars, or yeah, a lot of champions can use perception, and I want to have options. This can be used on a health-based champion that wants accuracy and speed. This can be used with someone that wants both accuracy and resistance, like a Mifrala, you know. Triple resistance. This is good for someone in Hydra. Because there you would want a lot of resistance and accuracy. So both accuracy and resistance here, some health to keep them alive. So yeah, I have a lot lower gear requirement for perception compared to resilience. So yeah, also gloves. The important point here. Let me see if I have some good examples. Of course, damage pieces with triple health, crit defense, crit damage, main stats. Okay, here is one example: attack with accuracy. Let's see if you found some weird main stats here. Do I have any of these? Come on. Yeah, here we go. Flat health, but it has accuracy and resistance. Can still be used on the Mifrala if it rolls on both of these. I don't have many examples, but flat stats doesn't really necessarily matter. Like this one can be a triple accuracy, very useful for Madame Ceres, anything like that. Yeah, look at this, flat defense, double or speed. This can be very good. Let me see what it rolls. If it rolls triple speed, example, oof, not optimal, but it's still usable. Alright, so chest plates, you want main stats, accuracy, but of course any quad roll speed is going to be good. Resistance is good, keep that. This is the same kind of rule like in Hydra, you want accuracy and resistance on the same champion, so resistance is actually good to have. Speed, accuracy, resistance, same thing. Accuracy, resistance, beautiful. Attack percent with speed can be pretty decent. So yeah, mostly all of my accuracy chest plate are in use. So yeah, I have a couple ones. Oh, if this is still gonna be triple speed, it's gonna be insane. Please. Ah, unlucky. Still usable. So yeah, let's take a look at some of my best. No, okay, we'll wait a little bit. Let's take a look at the other gear pieces. Fatal gear, I have a bunch of really good rolls. Perfect for a champion that gets a good health attack. Alright, these pieces, I barely keep anything. Guardian, very good, I keep a lot of this. Fortitude, I wanted to get some good gear for my Mithral or something. Lethal, I keep everything that has some potential. Even defense percentage with a lot of crit stats can be good for a defense nuker if you get enough substat and everything, and this may be your best option. Yeah, pretty good piece. Even crit rate I would keep in this piece, in this gear set. This has potential quad assistance, so why not? And then last one, it was Instinct. Oh yeah, Instinct. I got these 6 pieces from completing the Forge path thing. So, okay, I wanted to do this on the video. Look at this piece. Speed, attack, crit rate, crit damage. Now, this cannot roll bad. All of these stats are usable. Oh my god. This is why I use rank charms and rarity charms and good substat charms. Yeah, this is why, because you have a lot higher chance of getting perfect pieces like this. That's upgraded to 16, and that's gonna be it for this video. It's been a long video now. Okay, let's see. Okay, not bad. Okay, the speed low rolled, not optimal, but that's fine. 5 roll. Attack rolled a little bit over average because the average would be 18%. So this is this is good. Crit damage, I didn't roll. That's fine. Only one roll on these combined. 13 crit rate. A tiny bit less than average. So overall, the rolls was less than average value. But this is very likely to be my best ever damage piece in Instinct, I would say. So yeah, rolling attack is still very good. If you can fill out the crit rate, the crit damage on other pieces, it doesn't matter that it's roll attack instead of crit rate, crit damage. Insane piece. Alright, gloves. Because I'm afraid of not getting good gloves, or good chest pieces, I might keep a lot of, you know, bad pieces like this. This is never going to be useful. So I might save them just to rework them at some point, because look at this. I have so many KSRs. You know what? Let's actually use a KSR on this, just for the video. I wouldn't necessarily use this, but okay, let's see. What? It went from flat HP to flat HP. Oh my god. This have to roll though, like a lot of speed. Okay, Jesus Christ. Bye bye. Bye bye. Oh my god. Okay, let's use it on this one as well. Quad crits with resistance. I don't care too much. Could shit. Okay, this has quad speed potential again. Alright, I'm gonna roll it to 8 and see. Yeah, that's a sell. God damn it. But this one, the boots, also very good. Perfect substats again, because this is very good on a defense-based damage dealer. Because what's the thing that can boost your stats on a defense damage dealer? It's speed, crit rate, crit damage, and defense. So everything is here. All I need is to roll these 3. Let's roll it at 12. I think I can't afford. What? Oh shit. Oh, okay. I mean, it is still not bad. If I'm gonna use some kind of defense damage dealer somewhere, then also having some resistance, not terrible, but this is not that good. It used almost no silver though. That's crazy. Let's see. What? Okay, it cost almost nothing to roll this. I think it only is like 500,000-600,000 silver. Triple resistance. At least it rolled a lot of resistance, so this is very good actually. This is very good in Hydra. If I want a defense-based champion with some, you know, with some damage, with the instinct set, speed, a lot of resistance, because if you're gonna build a lot of resistance kind of tank damage there, then this is a perfect piece actually. So not terrible, not terrible. So yeah, let's take a look at some of my best instinct pieces. And that's gonna be it for this. Obviously, these new ones. I think I have a couple good helmets. Speed, attack, good damage. Speed, no speed, but this is good, potentially good for the rotor or something. Or Mountain King. Crit rate, attack, crit damage, very good. Not the best. Decent, I mean. Shields. Wait, didn't I have a couple good shields? Not necessarily. Health. Okay, this one is also good. Health, crit rate, good damage. Very good for health, damage dealer. Attack. This is the best I have. It's unfortunate. This one, cool. Attack with not the best things, but maybe I just need some attack boots, and this is the best I have. Same thing, so yeah. Alright, that's it for this video. Hopefully you learned some tricks on how to craft the gear you get, because using the right, using the right charms is very important, and using the charms on the right pieces is important, so that you can use all your rank and rarity charms on the pieces that you really need and want. Don't use it on gear pieces that you're never gonna use, and try to use substat charms that can be useful for HP, defense, and attack nukers. Alright, that's it for this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.